For 10 bitter years since the dead broke through the door, I've promised you peace. Today, I'm making good on it. Sama hatched a plan to blow up the door, to cut the dead off forever. Alan and I volunteered. We probably won't make it back, but I would rather take my chances than leave you in this broken world. You deserve more than a letter you'll never receive. But we both know you would never let me go. I lived a long life, but never a full one. Not until I found you. Promise me you'll live, Noor. I'm off to earn my rest. Baz.
Front!
Aim! Fire!
No, she's not accepting anyone.
Just pretend I shoved you, all right? You sent Baz and Harlan to the door to the Great Below.
I don't have time for this, Vanek.
Requesting permission to...
Denied.
Baz can't fight at his age. Harlan can't cover for him and blow the door at the same time. I'm the best sapper you've got and you know it.
Return to your station, Vanek. Was that?
Can't have been them. Blast came from too low, wasn't nearly loud enough.
I see.
They're late, aren't they? Just give the order.
All right, then. All right. Follow the trenches to the old fort. Stop for nothing and no one, understood?
Yes, Field Marshal.
Zapparun, clear the way! No rest till dawn!
No rest till dawn! What in the pits are you doing here?
I'm here to kick your ass for leaving me behind.
I can't let you through. You could get killed.
You could get killed. Did you even think about that?
No, please. This whole mission, it's just...
Just pull the damn gate up! Seraph is here.
both of them.
Small favors.
Nor, go back. You're not ready for this.
And Yahara is.
Listen here, you little trench filler.
Keep it down. The shimmering wall's bad enough. You want to bring the dead on our heads?
The shimmering... what? What in the pits is that?
Some kind of wall. It's not glass or stone or any other damn thing.
We could scale the stones to the parapet. It couldn't extend over that.
Absolutely not. The dead will pick us off on the way up. Oh, we're wasting time.
What have you done?
Getting us through.
Those gouges on the wall are glowing. Why are they glowing?
Souls below.
These bodies, they've been here for years. The dead must have gotten them while they were fleeing the city.
They look smashed. Toyed with. The dead don't do that.
Keep your eyes peeled, will you? Whatever did this is probably still around.
All set!
Everyone get clear! Holes below.
Yes! That thing is...
Snap out of it, Harlan!
No rest till dawn!
No rest till dawn!
No rest till dawn! Don't! Where in the pits am I? You wouldn't know, would you?
Follow me.
I'm sorry, what? Hey! Hey! Hey, wait!
I dragged you out of the river. You were unconscious for a while.
Was there anyone else with me?
You were alone. No matter. You'll have to do.
Do? What am I going to do, exactly?
Your kind meddled where you shouldn't. Destroyed the barrier that kept the gods contained.
What barrier? You mean that shimmering wall?
So it was you.
We couldn't... I didn't know.
The damage is done. Now you must mend it. The god you unleashed is called Uru. It is his army of the dead that has been laying waste to Dawn. The source of all your suffering.
And how is it that you know all of this?
Because I am a god too.
You! Tiny, talking... fox thing. You're a god.
There are lesser and greater gods. My name is Enki. You probably haven't heard of me. Consider me your chance at redemption.
Your kind ravaged my city. My world. Killed everyone I've ever loved. Every breath I take from here on will be spent exacting my revenge on the gods. What's to stop me starting with you?
Nothing.
Death to gods.
Alone, you stand no chance against a god. Let me help you.
If you're a god, you're one of them. Why would I do anything to help someone I've sworn to kill?
If it's vengeance you want, I'll give it to you. As long as Uru is free, your world is in mortal peril. Help me seal him away. Stem the tide of destruction. It's the least you can do.
You have a deal. Any hint of trickery and I'll be burying this axe into your skull.
I would expect nothing less.
Now how do we get out of here?
This way. I never asked your name.
Nor. My name's Nor.
And the axe? That's not a woodcutter's tool.
I'm a sapper. I fight in trenches, tunnels. Lots of uses for an axe down there.
You're a capable warrior then.
I'm efficient.
Come here. Hand me some of your black powder.
What for?
You'll see. Good. Now, try keeping up.
He actually exists. Uru the Ravager.
A title he's rightfully earned.
He was in every storybook they read to me when I was bad.
And now he's loose.
Dead.
Show of good faith.
The dead shouldn't be here. Where is this place? How far are we from the trenches?
Things have changed while you were unconscious. You should best see them for yourself.
Bless you, girl. The dead came over us like a wave. If it hadn't been for you...
Best not celebrate just yet. This whole mess is far from over.
I'll let the other hosts know. Keep an eye out for you. In the meantime, here. One good deed deserves another.
No. Those below, it really is you. Over here.
Baz! Baz, your leg.
Blast took most of it. Infection got the rest. I knew you'd made it. I knew it.
Did anyone else make it? Did Harlan?
He fought to the end. Got that winged bastard good.
No.
I'm sorry, no. Pity me if I'd lost you.
We're wasting time. With the dead loose, we have no chance of reaching Uru.
Souls below. It's talking? What is that thing? I saw it fighting with you outside.
He's a god. He's gonna help me drag Uru back into the great below.
Is that so? Tell me, little god. Can you wipe the dead away with one stroke? Blow away the walls of dawn with a swish from your tail? If we're going up against an army, we'll need a proper fighting force. Three Peaks is the only place that's still got one.
That's a month's ride from here, Baz.
2 weeks. If you cut through Satrap's wind and travel light. I know a couple of guides that can take us.
Lead the way then.
Our worst fears came true. When the Coalition's lines broke, the dead spilled into the world. It took every treacherous back road I knew to dodge their hordes. To push them back, we'd need an army. The only place that still had one was Three Peaks. A hard place, breeding harder people. Its knights are the oldest and greatest army in the world. Conquered most of it even. Now they rest on their laurels, rich off the fortune in black powder under the Kneeling Keep. 2 grueling weeks later, we were in sight of their capital, the city of Rit. Let's hope they'll help us save the world. Maybe then Nor will forgive herself.
Right. Which way to Rid?
We've barely had time to set up camp. At least get some food in you first.
The Coalition needs that army, Baz. The sooner we get them the help they need, the better.
Can you hold on until I've checked your axe and gun?
They're fine, Baz. I need to...
Just needs a bit of wood, iron, and sulfur. Won't even take a minute. The trail ahead leads to the city. You can request an audience with the judges there. Meanwhile, I'll talk to some of my people in the keep. Grease the wheels if I have to.
You know people in the Kneeling Keep.
The perks of running with scumbags in my youth. Some of them got to very high places. I'll meet you at Pilgrim's Bend when I'm done, all right?
Don't take too long.
We don't have to split up, you know. You could come with me.
Now you want me with you? After leaving me behind in Dawn?
That mission was suicide at best. Sama should never have let you join us.
So you'd just be... gone. You didn't even write to say goodbye.
No, believe me. I started writing that letter 100 times. But I could never finish it. so I said nothing. And thank mercy you found me, because I'd never have forgiven myself for it.
Halt, Outlander! State your purpose!
I need to see the judges. It's urgent coalition business.
The coalition has been declared an enemy of the Kneeling Keep.
Since when? Why?
For heretical possession and use of black powder weapons being an affront to Ramuha, goddess of the peaks. Do not resist.
This is ridiculous. You can't do this.
Bailiff, restrain her.
Whose hit was that?
They mentioned Ramuha, another god. She must have also escaped Dawn when the barrier fell.
Another one. I let out another one, and the knights are on her side already. I have to stop her, Enki. Before I can get to Uru, I have to stop her.
Perhaps Baz fared better.
There's another god. She's in the peaks already.
It's worse than that. Ramuha's in the Kneeling Keep itself. No one's allowed in there anymore except her and the judges. Coming here was a mistake. We need to leave. Try somewhere else.
I'm not going anywhere. Not while Ramuha's wreaking havoc at the peaks.
What about you, Enki? Are you going to let her drag you into this?
Not to my death, certainly. But I share her sentiment.
Well, you aren't going to get anything done unless you get into Rit. And the city is swarming with knights. We need someone to sneak us in. And I know just the one. His name is Young, former forge master of the keep. Last I heard, he'd hold up in Mudfish, but every road to it is blocked.
Like that's ever stopped us. All I need is a barrel of black powder and I can breach through.
There's a fort down the road. If the knights have been confiscating black powder, they'll definitely have a stash there.
You and Baz are close. He's your father, correct?
I had a father. A mother, too. Lost them a few months after the dead invaded. As they found me, I'd have followed them right after.
How odd. You're only alive thanks to the kindness of a stranger.
Don't gods do that?
Not by our own volition.
I see you kept busy. What are those target dummies for?
This. Thought you'd need the practice.
Where in the pits did you find a musket?
Bandit. Tried to mug me when I was going through the back roads. You haven't used one of those in a while, have you?
Been up close and personal for too long, I guess.
Then you're long past due for a refresher. Before I forget, here's a breaching barrel. Can never have enough of those.
What would I ever do without you, Baz?
Learn to climb, for one.
I know you didn't want me to join you on that mission to the door, but was there anyone else that didn't want me there?
You mean Harlan?
Yeah. I thought when I was skipped over.
Skipped over? You were the first one they picked. I called in every favor I had to replace you. And when Harlan found out...
He volunteered. Because he knew you couldn't do it alone and that I'd kill you both from keeping this from me.
Well, we hoped the dead would beat you to it.
Enki. Enki.
I heard you fine the first time.
If you're a god, how come I've never heard of you?
Perhaps you've heard me by my true name. Anshi. People tend to mishear it.
Anshi.
No.
Anshi.
No.
I like Enki better.
Goes below. It's the code.
Forge Master Young. Baz sent me.
The old hound's still alive. And whining for favors. I've been run out of my home by knights and wrangled by bandits for a month, Sapper. If you aren't here to help, I've no use for you.
We just need a way to get into Rit, Forge Master.
Well, good luck with that.
She could prove her worth yet. Over here. I might have something that could help you change the Forge Master's mind. Maybe lift his spirits, too. He certainly needs that.
Go on, good host. I'm all ears.
The Forge Master has called Mudfish home forever. But everything that's happened has left it in a sorry state.
I'm not much of a craftsman.
There's a local carpenter that needs some help. I'm sure she'll find some use for you.
You're the one that drove the bandits away, aren't you? First bit of peace we've had in weeks.
Just doing my part?
Nonsense. You gave us back our home. All that's left of those bandits are their stinking banners. Can't stand to look at them.
I can help with that.
You will? Let me point them out for you. Save you some time. Thank mercy for you. It means a lot to us. A job well done requires a proper reward. Here, you know, thugs like those bandits like to put up their banners all over the place. I'm sure the people would appreciate you taking them down wherever you find them.
I'll keep an eye out. Let's hope that changes the Forge Master's mind.
So you're not all talk. And that's a good sign.
All we need is a way to get into Rit, Forge Master. Then we'll be out of your hair.
You did all this just to throw your life away. The Peaks have gone mad, and Rit's the reason for it. If you go in there, the best you can hope for is a mock trial and a hanging.
They'll have to catch me first.
Is that so? Have it your way. There's a sulfur miner's town upriver called Whitebridge. You can cut into Rit from there. Except some awful thing from below has burst into the hamlet. Looks like nothing I've ever seen. All fire and brimstone. The coward knights won't stand up to it. No one will.
Well, I'm not a knight, Forge Master. And I'm certainly not a coward. We'll take care of it.
You? As in, your company? Because that's what it would take to bring it down. Otherwise, don't bother me. I've enough on my plate already.
You shouldn't have volunteered. Do you have any idea what you're going up against?
No, but it's got you quaking.
A revenant feeds from the magic of the great below itself. It enslaves the dead and corrupts everything around it. We should find another way into the city.
Oh, think of it like a trial run. If we can kill one of those things, we can take on Ramaha.
You'd risk your life for a measure of strength.
Only way to be sure. What's wrong? Why are we stopping?
What do they call that thing?
But that's a water wheel. People use it to haul big things, make huge machines move.
It sings so sweetly. It creaks and splashes. Listen, I could stay here forever.
We'll come back when it's all over, okay?
I suppose.
That huge floating thing. What is that?
It's the crown of a revenant's lair. This one probably broke out of the great below, trailing the rest of the gods.
What's the matter?
I was a damn fool is the matter. Got mugged like a greenhorn. They were coalition, probably deserters. Gave me some sob story that their captain had been killed, and they'd wandered all the way here. As soon as I turned my back on them, they jumped me.
Are you all right? Did they hurt you?
Just some kicks and scrapes. Took my money for all the good it'll do them. My blunderbuss, too.
Right. Which way did they go?
Let it go, Nora. I just wanted to warn you. We don't have time to go playing military court.
I'm just gonna talk to them, Baz.
It's only a damn gun.
It's your damn gun, and I'm getting it back.
Have it your way. Last I saw them, they were headed into an old mine, further up the road. The place looked abandoned. Good to see you. You all right? You look worn. Rest a while.
I found Young. He said our best bet is through Whitebridge, but it took some doing.
Even at the end of the world, a lump won't do a favor for free.
Actually, I volunteered.
Of course you did. Sometimes I worry I raised you too well. Let's stock up. Road ahead looks rough.
Your coalition, aren't you? I'm not going back!
You wouldn't make it anyway. Not in your condition.
There's no escaping them. Is there? Came out of dawn like a wave. You can't fight that.
Did you blow those charges before?
The dead. They tore right through us. I tried to trap them, but they'll get through. I know it.
It's okay. I'll deal with them.
Throw your life away. What do I care? Here, maybe this'll help you.
That's Baz's blunderbuss. So you were the ones that jumped him?
Was that his name? Tell the old man. We're sorry.
Here, Baz? The blunderbuss.
Souls below, you found it. What about the,
They're sorted. Said they were sorry.
Well, thank you. And, apology accepted. Here. You've earned it.
I can't take that, Baz. It's your gun.
Fat lot of good it did me. It should be in more capable hands.
But you've had it since I've known you.
And now I'm passing it to you.
Incoming! Young? Forge Master, you came.
You talked a big game back in Mudfish. Had to see it for myself. And I don't even know your name.
Nor Vanek.
I've never seen anyone fight like you, nor Vanek. Or anything like that fox thing. What do you call it?
Enki. My name is Enki.
It is. Then thank you, Enki. As for you, nor Vanek, you won't go far if you keep wading into battle dressed like a ragtag soldier.
I've done fine so far, Forge Master.
You deserve better. I just need a safe place to work.
That's a start-up camp down the road. He'd be more than happy to put you up.
Good. Tell the old hound that lump is coming. And to reach the city, cut through the foglands to the black powder factory. From there, you can climb all the way up into it.
On it.
What an odd house. There's neither a roof nor walls.
That's a crane.
Ridiculous. A crane's an animal.
No, it's a machine for moving heavy things. They named it that because its shaft is long like a crane's neck.
Ingenious.
What is that thing? It hurts to look at.
A spell harvested from the great below. Too dangerous to leave unattended.
Unworthy scum. You don't know the powers you mess with.
So, what were you before you became a sapper exactly?
I was a trapper. That's someone who opens and closes vents to a mine. Hated every minute of it.
You must have been a child.
I was old enough. We had to put food on the table. Glad you joined us, Forge Master.
You helped my people more than those up in Rit. It's only fair.
What's going on up there?
The damn fools found religion is what happened. They let the peaks fall to ruin in Ramuha's name.
It's not entirely their fault. If Ramuha is actually in control...
The failure is the judge's own. The goddess is an excuse. A fable.
The goddess is real, Forge Master. We hope killing her will save the peaks.
3 Peaks is doomed. The Knights are done for. Best you can do is spare the people.
I just realized you called Young Lump. Young called you Old Hound. Like the joke.
Took you long enough?
Which joke?
It's nothing. A trifle for children.
Lump went hunting with his old hound, and the hound would point to things. Did you see this? Did you see that?
No and no. Lump would grumble, until the hound said, again, did you see that?
Aye, I did, Lump rumbled.
Then why'd you step in it?
I don't get it.
You said the resonance feed from the power of the great below, right? What does that mean?
That they grow in power and ferocity over time, consuming everything around them. Unless it's stopped, a revenant will keep growing like a canker.
Best we cut it out then.
So the Coalition chose you because you had been a trapper?
They chose me because I was good at making dugouts. And at crawling out of them when the dead would flood into them. And then they'd collapse.
Did that happen often?
Often enough to get me a medal. Everywhere it did. I can't even stand to look at it. Do all the gods live in the great below?
Most of us, yes.
Then, do you know, do all of us turn into them? The dead?
Not exactly. When you die, Your soul drifts to the great below, where the god of death takes away every sorrow and every memory, leaving you a clean slate. Your new body is unrecognizable in the great below.
So, you disappear?
From this world? Yes. But you were never forgotten.
So what happens to gods when they die?
I wouldn't know. No god has ever perished before. We could end up in the great below like you do.
Or nowhere. It could all just be over. It's okay. I know the feeling.
No! Souls below, am I glad to see you? How are you still alive?
Thanks to Enki.
Enki? Is that what you call it? I guess I should thank you both.
Pity me, Luca. What happened to your face?
Nothing. Powder burn.
Impossible.
Did Enki say something?
He said you're so full of it, your eyes are brown. What is it?
It looks worse than it is, honest. Listen, the judges have gone mad. The Coalition sent me here to get help, and they put me in chains. I was going to escape, but then I heard they'd been rounding up the workers. I had to help them fight their way out.
I'll take it from here. You go find Baz. He's set up camp not far from here.
Baz is alive. Mercy. I'll meet you there. Just let me rest a moment.
Luca had the stink of magic about him.
He couldn't have. Not him.
You saw his face. Those that dabble with the powers of the great below are always marked by them.
There has to be some other explanation.
Suit yourself.
What news from the road? I never did thank you for saving me.
Someone had to. Or you'd have taken Rip by yourself.
I probably would have left something for you.
You need to tell me what's wrong with you, Luca.
It's a family condition. I've known about it forever.
Baz is good with cures. Maybe he can help.
It's not that serious, honest.
So what? You'll just live with it? For how long?
As long as I can. No rest till dawn. Remember?
Powder production's near out. The peaks are in tatters. Even if we win here, this trip was a loss.
Not if we can help the people, Baz.
I'm making arrangements anyway. I have a feeling we'll need a getaway sooner rather than later.
What's eating you, Forge Master?
It breaks my heart to see the peaks come to this.
Old firs burn in the summer so new ones can sprout in winter. For them to grow strong, they'll need tending.
What?
A worthwhile thought. Thank you, Enki.
That's an impressive title. Forge Master.
Merely a fancy name for a smith. In the old days, they were like priests. The kiln was their pulpit, the hammer their sermon, their flock was the oar.
Don't priests need gods?
We had fire. She answered no prayers and offered no boons. But at least she was honest.
All of them. They say each leg was as tall as 3 men, and thicker than a wagon. They carried all of Rit on their backs and laid it on the mountaintop.
That sounds embellished.
Like you've ever seen one, have you?
There are a few of these beasts left out west. They're peaceful giants, slow to anger.
I wish I could see one. If there's anything you haven't told me about your mom, now's the time.
She's a manipulative creature, an adept at twisting the truth as she sees fit. Be careful around her. See? Looks like you're a natural.
Thus to all wrongdoers. Whoever this was got hobbled and then left here to starve to death.
I was a fool to underestimate her capacity for cruelty. It won't happen again.
Judges! You are charged with treason and conspiracy to sabotage the Coalition's war effort. Step down or be destroyed.
Infidel! Gunbearer!
Black powder? In our glorious hall?
And who are you to order us, trench filler?
I am the last warning you'll ever get.
Stand down, Ramuha.
Anshi, the rumors were true. We're no longer below Death God. You cannot presume to command me. And you're too diminished to make me. I could have made this one!
She's no more, as promised.
Death God. She called you Death God. Who are you, Enki?
The one who just helped you kill a goddess.
Don't change the subject. You had every chance to tell me what you were a god of. What else are you hiding from me?
I am your ally in this. Your best and only chance to stop this disaster. That should be all you need to know.
This isn't over. Let's get back to camp before the judges bring every knight in Root down on our heads. All right, gather round. There's something you should know.
Well, you look like death warmed over, boy.
Race you to the grave, Sergeant.
Smartass. Oh, damn. You killed a god. After what happened back in Dawn, I never even thought it would be possible.
We didn't kill her soon enough. The Peaks is in no state to give us an army.
Well, if we lack an army to do the weeding, we'll tear the evil out ourselves.
What does that even mean?
It means there's another way we can help. I got a letter from Yahara. They'd been in Wanderer's Rest, also trying to get reinforcements.
What did it say?
That the dead have reached there as well. Torn down everything in their path. Said they looked like a gilded army, nothing they'd ever seen before.
Sounds like another god. Right. We're setting off for Wanderer's Rest, and then we'll...
You're going to try and fight another god? After everything you saw here?
I can't leave those people at its mercy, Baz.
Luca? Young? Is this what the rest of you want?
I've got to get Yahara out of there.
Seems like the right thing to do.
Fine. I'll pack the supplies and prep the birds. We're ready to go when you are. We set off for Wanderer's Rest, birthplace of civilization, and the richest, most educated place in the world. That is, until the gods got loose. Gods like Enki, the god of death. Who knows what else he's lied about? What kind of path he's leading Nor down? She's been trying to corner the death god, force him to come clean. He's dodged her so far. No matter. His luck won't hold after we find Yahara in First Anchor. We'll make sure of that.
Solid ground at last.
Now you speak, after giving me the silent treatment for 2 weeks.
See, the spark falls into the pan, making the powder ignite, and that's what propels the shot.
So it blows up in your hand?
Not if you do it right. Want to try?
No.
Been waiting for you. Look at you. Got your lamb legs back already.
No thanks to that tub you chartered for us.
No other captain would risk harboring a god killer. Besides, she owed me.
Let me guess. Another army friend?
A friend at first, a fling after. We parted on good terms, and she owed me for the memories.
What kind of memories?
Well, there was this one time we were,
That's it, we're off. You're right there, Forge Master. The heat isn't getting to you.
Heat's nothing. Humidity's nothing. But the gods will take me before I travel by ship again.
You know, All we need is a few well-placed rifts, and I could have you back in the peaks in a heartbeat.
Oh, thank you, Death God, but no. The only one longing for me back there is the hangman.
How come Yahara picked this place?
It's the furthest port from all the trouble. We used to vacation here, back when we schooled in Sybil.
You schooled in Sybil?
Our parents were well off. Old money. By the time the dead invaded, they'd wasted their entire fortune chasing some wild scheme. If Yahara hadn't figured out how to get us enlisted, we'd have starved.
That explains the attitude.
It's their way of dealing with the world. They don't mean it most of the time.
You sure you're alright? That cough's been getting worse.
I'll live. No rest till dawn.
No rest till dawn.
This looks like Yahara's safe house.
Looks like they packed up and left already. Damn.
Looking for the one with the blue jacket? Stinks of black powder.
Sounds like them, yeah.
They left as soon as the dead came to first anchor. I tried to talk them into hiding with the rest of us, but...
It didn't work. They would have been found anyway. The dead are all over this place.
Said they were headed to Back Harvest. Only way there is through jagged descent. You could still catch them if you hurry.
I best get going then. You know I'm still mad at you after 3 peaks, right?
Would you have accepted my help if...
If I'd have known you were Death himself. Still haven't wrapped my head around that. But you lied to me, Enki. Don't ever do that again.
Understood.
How come Ramahar was so much bigger than you?
Bigger than? Run was a run. Back in the Great Below, she would grovel in my presence.
But you still looked like a tiny fox thing.
Sandstorms would cease so I could pass. The sky would dim when I'd howl.
Then how?
Pardon?
I want to hear you. How?
I may no longer be in the Great Below, but the processes of death continue. The door is still in place.
Then what was your job down there exactly?
You wouldn't understand.
Whose temple is this?
My travels above came with a price, Nor. But others had to pay it.
Was that the arrangement you were talking about?
Yes. This temple belongs to Anaya, the goddess of life.
She's not here, is she?
Anaya's nothing like the others. She is compassionate, understanding.
Sounds like someone special.
Anaya's work always took precedence. It was her pride and joy.
Sounds like you didn't care much for yours.
I couldn't stay in the Great Below, and she wouldn't leave.
So you left her down there?
I did everything in my power to ensure that the cycle would persist, but I can never make it up to her. I know that much. This climb is pretty steep. Are you sure Yahara came this way?
They probably picked the hardest route just to make me suffer.
Yet you're going after them all the same.
No choice. They're a sapper first, a bastard second.
Dukma.
Duck what?
Hanshi! Your years above have been unkind, I see.
Who's talking?
There is no glory in killing you. Not when you're this diminished. Get rid of them.
Enki, is this some kind of sick joke?
Souls believe what you're doing here.
Knee deep in another mess, I see. Just get me out of here, Yahara.
Fine, cover your ears.
I never thought I'd be happy to see you.
The feeling isn't mutual. What are you doing here?
Fascinating. You're ruder than I expected.
Why is it talking to me?
Luca got your letter. He's camped down the road with Baz and Young, the Forge Master. We're here to help.
Never mind that. Wanderer's Rest is a ruin. There's nothing for the Coalition here. We should leave while we still can.
I thought the same about the peaks, but we still pulled through.
You don't get it, do you, Vanek? There was some kind of huge battle. A god. took over Sybil. It's over.
You meet the others at the camp, and I'll take a look at the city myself.
Well, it's your funeral. And Vanek, thanks for saving my brother.
You're shaking.
I just thought something that looked like me had a god boom at me from nowhere. I need a moment, all right? That thing up there. It can't be me.
It isn't. It's an ehagri. Think of it like a reflection, made real by magic for a single purpose.
A coward's trick.
Last time I was at Wanderer's Rest, I was in chains.
What for?
Ran with a group of freebooters, hiding away their loot. Some of it might still be around. We could find it.
For all the good that'll do us.
Not now. But we could use it later. Get you an education.
I've done just fine without one.
There are no sappers in peacetime, no. And you deserve a better life than I've had.
You look troubled, Forge Master.
I put a lifetime's experience into the armor I made, but your guns got through them all the same.
They're damn good guns, young. I couldn't have gone through that armor otherwise.
Even so, it proves they're obsolete.
The fork was replaced by the plow. Steel overtook iron. But the craftsman persists.
What was that?
Something to consider. Thank you, Death God. I must return to my work.
Never thought I'd say this, but I'm glad to have you on the team.
You call that a team? An old fart, a blacksmith, a god I can lose in a burlap sack, and you?
You can leave whenever you want, you know.
Leave my little brother with you lot? Fat chance. Oh, go away, will you? I'm sorting my catalysts.
Files, pincers, hammers, saw.
Keep him busy.
Finding purpose. I've been making tools just to destroy, but that time's nearly past. These are for mending.
They're beautiful, Forge Master. Truly exquisite.
Thank you, Enki.
I was thinking, those stashes I told you about. We should get them, now. Charter a ship to Argent. We can leave all this behind.
I can't leave. Not until I see this through.
The Coalition will pull through. The world will pull through. You don't have to kill every god yourself for pity's sake.
That barrier came down because of me, Baz.
That barrier could have come down because of anybody. It's all just rotten luck, and you're going to get yourself torn apart by some thing because of it.
I won't.
How do you know that?
Because you'll kick my ass in the below if I do.
Damn right I will.
What's that called?
It's a clothesline, Enki?
Clothesline. Clothesline.
Please stop.
The word is the thing. What a wonderful notion.
Your trespass has gone on long enough, Iron Sheep. You never did know your place.
Where is he?
Ramuha's already dead. Return below, and I will spare you.
Ramuha always was a weakling, and you're barely worth killing.
Pass me some of your words, like what Dukmar was speaking.
You need to speak the words from the back of your mouth, roll them forward. Like this. Bumth gur.
Boom. Gore.
Front to back, let it roll. Bumth gur.
Boom. Gore.
Bumth.
You know what, let's just leave it. No. How did this? How could this? Dawn is weeks away. How did they get here so fast?
Dukmar must have marched his army underwater. Took Sybil's defenders by surprise. The rest was just...
a massacre. I'm gonna kill him. I'll tear him apart. Oh.
You need to stop.
You saw what he did back there.
I did, and I will help you. But if you charge in there in your state, you're going to make a mistake.
I'm gonna kill him. I'll tear him apart. Oh.
You need to stop.
You saw what he did back there.
I did, and I will help you. But if you charge in there in your state, you're going to make a mistake.
I think I was in awe of you once, Anshi. Now you crawl like a rat through my domain.
I'm a rat now, Dukmar, but you were always a groveler.
Reduced to petty insults. How sad your state.
I was right to have never trusted you. Look what you did the moment you had one drop of power.
This drop of power you speak of built my new Sibyl.
Built? It's a ruin, Dukmar.
For my subjects, it is a reminder of the glory of the gods, a testament to my rule.
Your subjects are corpses.
There are enough of them left alive. They will breed, grow old, forget. In 100 years, I will be their god of gods. And you will be forgotten. You bring a human to our fight.
She is my companion, Dukmar. Ramuhar died by her hand.
Detestable. Even now you won't face me. I will kill her quickly and take my time with you. Final moments, Anshi. You will bow.
Come on then. Fight me and die.
What you've done.
Now you pity the mortals. He didn't pity you when he left the world in tatters. He didn't pity you when he put that shimmering cage around Dawn. Or he'd have made sure the dead couldn't get through it. Tell her, Ansi. Tell her before you die!
It's your fault. The dead getting loose.
You have to let me explain.
That's twice you've lied to me already. I need the truth, Enki.
You're trusting Dukmar's word over...
The truth!
When I fled the Great Below, I never considered that anyone would pursue me besides the gods.
You never thought they'd send an army to get you back.
It was inconceivable. The dead had never been allowed above before. The thought that Uru would...
Uru didn't put up that barrier. You did! And you half-assed it.
No.
And then you heard the coalition was too close. That the city was about to fall.
I couldn't be sure the barrier would hold. That's how I found you. You wouldn't have accepted me.
You let me think I'd freed the gods, Enki. You let me think I'd wrecked the world. Ever since I met you, I had to travel every step of the way, carrying every corpse with me.
You didn't ruin the world. They did.
And who let them out? The others should know about this. You owed them that much.
And what happens after that, Nor? What happens after that?
Everyone gather round. There's something you ought to know.
There is nothing I can say to make up for the harm they have done.
You, Death God. This is on you.
That's all we get. Half an apology for 10 years of suffering.
Do you know how many friends we had to bury because of you? How much we lost?
I can't undo my mistake. The power I had in the Great Below has nearly faded.
Then what good are you? I say we leave this coward behind. Who's with me?
Aye.
After everything, you still want him around? You're bigger idiots than I thought. No matter. Majority rule.
You send him away, he gets off easy. Is that what you want?
I want him to pay.
He will. By fixing the mess he made.
I thought you'd never want to see me again.
I didn't at first. But then... I thought how we started by killing 2 gods already, and how we're going to finish it by killing a 3rd.
We can't fight Uru. He is first among the gods. Dukmar and Ramuha were nothing compared to him.
Ramuha and Dukmar couldn't survive a shot to the brain pan, and neither will he. But before that, I'm gonna need someone to breach the walls of Dawn. Enough firepower to take down an army. Armor to keep me alive until it's done, and a god to help me shut the door. Even if it's the last thing he will ever do. Who's with me?
I.
Unbelievable. You're gonna get me killed.
No rest till dawn!
No rest till dawn! So be it. No rest till dawn.
No rest till dawn.
No rest till dawn.
You were awfully quiet back there.
You looked like you needed the help. You wouldn't have listened to me anyway.
Baz.
The ship's prepped and the larder's stocked. We're ready to go when you are.
No rest till dawn. What's on your mind, Forge Master?
Everything. Do you think you can trust him?
Can't shut the door without him, can we?
A word of advice. Either forget his sins, or forgive them. Only a fool would do both.
Words to live by.
Files, pincers, hammers, saw.
Keep him busy.
Finding purpose. I've been making tools just to destroy, but that time's nearly past. These are for mending.
They're beautiful, Forge Master. Truly exquisite.
Thank you, Enki.
On the way back to Dawn, we hatched a plan to take back the city and avenge the Coalition. Facing Uru again feels like suicide. But maybe we stand a chance with the Death God on our side. I doubt Yohara will ever forgive him. I know I won't. But he's the only chance we've got. Nor and Enki have been talking a lot, making amends. I can tell the Death God is glad he's found an equal. We were in sight of the old Coalition lines when they headed off in the middle of the night. I knew better than to ask. God killing's their business, after all.
The sun's barely up, Enki. What did you drag me back here for?
Back in Wanderer's Rest. I told you we'd have no chance.
You did, so what changed?
Nothing yet. But if it's going to, I'll need you with me. Besides, you should know the whole story. Creatures to the other world, but not to me. To me, their world was strange, brimming with wonder. I tried sharing my memories with the others, but
they wouldn't listen.
The beauty of the above was beyond their narrow understanding. Inaya, she let me down most of all. She called it a distraction from the work. Always the work. Only one of them even bothered to listen. And that was Uru.
But he didn't just let you through.
Of course not. I could go, but would have to take his place at the door when I returned. My trip lasted a few days. Uru took a month.
So the bastard used you?
Uru's trips became ever longer. Eventually, he decided he wanted to be free from the door, free to wreak havoc in the above. So he gave me an ultimatum.
That sounds ominous.
I could destroy the door, shatter the cycle of life and death, make us both free, or I could stay below forever. So I ran. I hid. Let my fear of Uru control me until my chance to fix my mistake washed away. If we were going to have a chance against Uru, I need to tap into the Great Below directly. This is the only other place where I can do it.
It's okay. I'm here.
Do you feel it? That tug at your soul?
I do.
That's what it was like down there. I swore I'd never come back to this place. If it weren't for you, I would have run away again.
You're doing a brave thing, Enki. Thank you.
This is going to hurt.
Enki, Anki, what happened? Talk to me, damn it!
I'm all right. It's just... felt like talons raking across my soul.
It had to be worth it. You're positively glowing.
I know a shortcut to the camp. This way.
Oh! Who goes there?
Vanek! Zappa! Good to see you, Mac.
Souls below. I knew you weren't dead! I knew it! Where were you?
Getting help. My name is Nor Vanek. I'm with the sappers, and I brought help. Is Field Marshal Sama still alive? Did anyone in the High Command survive? I need to...
Vanek, you need to lower your voice before you bring that flying god on our heads.
You held out. How? I thought the gods had torn right through you.
They did. If they had bothered to circle back and finish the job, we'd be dead. Instead, we're trapped here. Unable to break out or contact anyone. Except for you, apparently. You were supposed to be dead, Vanek.
I survived. Barely. It's a long story, Field Marshal.
And I want to hear all of it. Join me at the command tent. You want to try another attack on the door. It sounds like you're trying to get what's left of my force killed, Vanek. Request denied.
Uru, that flying god, won't stop until he has me.
Is this some sort of a joke?
No, Field Marshal.
Just hear him out.
And who are you exactly?
I am Enki, god of death, and I am here to atone for my sins.
You brought a god here? After everything they did to us?
Enki is the only good god, Sama. Helped us kill 2 of his kind already. None of us would be here without him.
God or not, I don't have any use for heroes. Or martyrs.
I'm neither. And Uru has to answer for everything he's done.
All right. We'll send a small force to clear the path ahead. You'll lead the charge, while the rest of us will provide covering fire from a safe distance.
Yes, Field Marshal.
And Death God? When you find them down there, take care of my soldiers.
Yes, Field Marshal.
Right. Are we heading out soon? I just wanted to say that...
See you in dawn.
Baz, you can't run through the trenches.
Or march.
I'm serious, Baz. I can't lose you.
You won't. No rest till dawn.
No rest till dawn.
I can't believe you talked Sama into it.
Couldn't have done it without Enki.
Bringing him was a nice touch. Really complimented your suicide charge offer.
You agreed to this. We voted on the way here.
Always time for a recount.
Lead on, Nor. We're right behind you.
Like the pits we are.
Go away, Vanek.
Luca isn't well.
Oh, you noticed? How nice. You lot going without me. There's something I need to do.
This is about Luca, isn't it? About his condition.
It's not a condition, Vanek. It's a curse. Our parents played at being sorcerers, tried to become immortal. They used Luca at some point when he was too young to remember.
Yahara, that's awful.
Well, I should have tried harder. I need to go to my parents' home, find the source of it. Coming with me would be pointless unless you know magic.
Nor doesn't, but I do. If we could reverse the ritual your parents used, I could undo it. Destroy the curse entirely.
We'll have it your way then. Just let me know when you're ready.
You look... excited.
Why wouldn't I be? The sky is clear, the sun is shining. As good a day to die as any.
Are all Forge Masters this fearless?
Hardly. I'm just drunk.
What is this place?
Our childhood home. My family made a fortune in trade, mercenaries, you name it. Then Mother and Father got involved with that cult back in Dawn. Got all sorts of mad ideas. Eventually, they thought of making us part of their experiments.
How did you get away?
I blew the place up. This way. Tried to keep up. Right, I've still got our parents' old grimoire. I'll start reversing the ritual.
And what do I do, exactly?
I need our old alchemy ingredients. Get them for me, will you? I hid some in the old study, the rest could be anywhere. The front door's locked, so try the side door.
So... how do you become immortal?
You cannot. Not that it ever stopped people from trying. Some have attempted to suppress aging through meditation or chemical concoctions. Others have tried transplanting their souls into the vessels of the dead. The Sereths aren't doing any of that, however.
It should be in the family tomb under the house where my parents kept it. Hopefully the basement survived the explosion.
There better not be one more thing after this.
There. The place where the Sereths tried to break into the Great Below. Do you feel that?
Like something twisting into my soul. Yeah.
When the blast interrupted the spell, the energy would have been released uncontrollably, destroying everyone involved.
Explains all those charred corpses.
And those that survived would be horribly twisted. We must go back. Quickly.
Something went wrong. We have to go. What's wrong with your horror?
A spell has gripped them. Locked them in place. Our sorcerer is nearby. Out with you!
And has brought us the one spoiling our cult.
Enki, what is this thing?
What became of the Sereths? An abomination.
Omegas. Our boy's fate is sealed, and your honor will be repaid in full for their innocence.
What happened? There was this awful vision. The words had gone from the grimoire. My ingredients had disappeared. What happened?
You reversed the spell. Undid the curse. You must have lost consciousness when it manifested.
I did?
They did?
They did.
Oh, damn. I don't know what I was expecting. But it wasn't that. I'm still glad you're here. We should get back to the boat. I need to check on Luca.
About that.
Agreed.
Your mother told me everything. What you did for me, for us.
How are you feeling, Luca?
For the first time in my life, I'm going to live. And it's all thanks to you.
Thank Enki. He's the one that figured out all the magic stuff.
I can see why you keep him around. Thank you, Enki. I guess you aren't so bad after all. And Vanek.
Yeah?
You weren't totally useless for once. Keep it up.
I'll see what I can do. It's quiet. Why is it so quiet?
This is the door's threshold. The dead know better than to get in Uru's way.
And here we are, headed right for him. Through the ruins. You should take me someplace that's still standing after all this.
The land of Nis should be safe. None of the gods would bother with a place that's dark half the year.
Sounds like a good start.
Reaching Nis won't be easy. It's not on any of your maps.
What about taking the rift there?
If all goes well, there shouldn't be any rifts after this.
Shame. I'll miss flying.
This feels like sacrilege. These gates have been unscathed for centuries.
Well, out with the old, in with the new.
Right, use this set. Clear out!
I longed for you in the dimness, but you left me.
What are you doing here?
First you abandoned me. Now you cower from me. I took your place. I kept the cycle intact. But no more.
I never... You weren't supposed to.
We're here for Uru. Stand aside.
You weren't supposed to take my place. This is wrong. All wrong.
I see that she's the one keeping you here. Very well.
Please, no. Don't make me do this.
You have to let her go.
Enai sorthi, bobre mido. Narwak, arbakertosh.
She didn't give you a choice. You did the right thing.
I abandoned her. Then I killed her. This is my fault, mine. She didn't deserve this.
Her mind had gone, Enki. What you did was a mercy. You did the right thing.
Thunglo nop umsha. Renaith gel. Thupram.
You did the right thing. You did the right thing.
No other gods left now. Save Uru and I. And one of us must die.
I'll be happy to oblige. We'll go find the others when you're ready.
There she is. Vanek, over here. I still can't believe you pulled it off. They'll write your name in the history books for this. The woman who took Dawn.
It's not over yet, Field Marshal. There's still one god left to kill, and I'm not putting any more lives at risk.
That winged bastard. I saw him circling above just now.
We could establish a perimeter around it. Blast the door from a distance.
I've seen it move. It would be on us before we could load the cannons.
And how would you bring those in? The streets are still crawling with dead. I'm not putting any more lives at risk until that's settled.
So we clear the dead. Then we trap Uru in the streets. Set up a killing zone and shoot it in waves from the rooftops.
Couple of pits and a wide enough net should do it.
No. Enki and I will deal with Uru ourselves.
Have it your way. Just know, whatever happens, it's been an honor serving with you.
There you are. Hero of the Coalition. Is it too late to say don't go?
I won't be long, Beth. Promise.
Take 10 minutes, 10 months, 10 years. Just come back to me.
I never would have been here without you. Thank you.
I'll see you soon, won't I, Death God?
Might be a little while longer, Baz.
Going already?
No use dawdling, Forge Master.
Then, I pray you either live free or die well. And I want you to know that you did my armor an honor. Harar stra.
Nakthra elarna.
What was that?
Picked up a bit of Godspeak from Enki. Felt appropriate.
Unbelievable.
It was an honor serving with you.
I didn't do it by myself, you know.
I mean it. I owe you. We owe you everything.
We'd have done fine without her.
We have a future. The world has a future, thanks to you. I'll tell your story, Enki.
It's more than I could hope for.
I'll be off soon.
I can see that.
I just thought it could be different this time.
You want me to cry, Vanek? Give you a hug?
Should be a good start.
Piss off. You're an alright sapper. A good warrior. And my only proper friend.
Now you made it weird.
Make sure she doesn't do anything too stupid, will you?
I'll do what I can.
Old Dawn. No one was ever allowed in here, except for priests and the dying.
How come?
They said death watched this place. Listened to people's prayers and accepted their pain. Did you?
I should have. Putting Anaya to rest took everything I had. The power I was saving for Uru was gone.
It's all right. We'll make it work.
I won't let you die with me.
And I won't let you die alone. You're a sapper first. A god second.
Lead the way. Uru.
Call back the dead. The transmutation
else?
Imbanka Ansbach.
He's right. I failed her. I failed everyone. I ruined this world. She's dead because of me. Rechosh.
I know how much it hurts, Enki. I know the pain you're going through, but you're doing the right thing.
I'm no better than him.
You want to make this right? Then kill that bastard. Stop the damage. Fix what you can. That's how you're better than him.
I was a captive to your whims for as long as I could take it, Uru. Not a moment longer.
You spoiled me. You dare speak to me of captivity, of bonds, after leaving me chained to this wretched door while you traipsed around above. What did you ever do to earn this? I will tear your heart from your chest for that.
Kill me 1,000 times over, Uru. I've earned it.
You can still turn away.
He can't fight him if he dies. And he needs to pay for all the suffering he's caused. For everyone we've lost. For 10 years of misery.
Lead the way then.
My final offer. Destroy the door and all will be forgiven.
I don't want your forgiveness, Uru. And I don't deserve to be free. I just want this to stop.
Stop. No, Hunch. The dead will keep spilling out until the great below is empty. Unless you make me free.
Does this mean?
It is done.
Alone. Enki? Enki!
The tower's gone.
What is this? I knew you weren't a tiny fox thing.
Uru's death rattle sealed the door. You shouldn't have come here.
You're a sapper first, remember? Besides, you still can't fight Weather down.
You gave up everything for me. Allow me to make it up to you.
Lead the way. And key?